Let's also welcome on board Ajay Bagga, who is joining in, a market expert. Just wanted to get in a sense from you, morning, Ajay, as to what your assessment is. Of course, we are closely eyeing the election results. For now, it is a clear tilt towards Donald Trump. What could his potential victory mean for the US economy and, of course, for our own markets?
Avan, good morning. Thanks for having me today. Overall, I would say it's still very early. Results have largely gone as per expectations so far. Remember, starting yesterday, Kamala Harris had about 226 electoral votes, which lean on the Democrat side, and Trump had 219. We don't have the West Coast numbers yet updated in these projections that are coming out. And 50 votes from California tips the number quite heavily once California voting ends. And then the projections start for California, which will go the Democrat way. Right now, numbers are too early to call. What will be interesting is the swing states. There, Pennsylvania seems to be leaning towards Trump, which can be quite a significant move because Biden won that and won the presidency on those four states. And in the end, Avan, the difference between the two was down to the 43,000 votes in four of the swing states. So these seven swing states with 93 electoral college votes will really decide who resides in the White House. It might be messy. So, as a news outlet, as Bloomberg put it in the morning, that election day is turning into election night and counting is starting. But it could become election weeks in case it's very close. So markets are reacting and we are seeing the Trump trade. Dollar has risen to its highest level since July. Bitcoin is up 8%, taking its rise for the year to 80%. We are seeing US markets performed very well yesterday, nearly 1.5% up across the board. The US small cap, mid cap indices also went up. So right now it's a Trump trade which is working out, but this is still very early days and it is still there are no surprises. So three big things we have to watch out for. One, what the swing states are showing, and that will come in 2 to 3 hours' time. It will give clarity. Second, where does the Senate go? Republicans might be able to, get 50-50 on Senate or get 51 seats. They have already won one of the Democrat seats, and one more is up in the air. If they get that, they get a majority in the Senate. So even if Harris is the president, she will find it difficult. But the House might go to the Democrats. So those three things we have to watch out. Where is the Senate majority? Where is the House of Representatives majority? And where are the swing states going to finally land at?
Ajay, if I look at the financial markets, finally, first, nice to connect with you. It's been a while, actually. You're wearing a red tie? Are you supporting? Just a coincidence, is it?
I just picked up the first I could. I was running late.
Okay. So very clear distinction. This is not like a support for somebody, right? Okay. Ajay, the best market moves have been irrespective of who the president has been. During George Bush, financial markets have done well. Trump came out and cut taxes, markets have done well. There was a time when Barack Obama, after 2018, he took over and they started money printing, markets have done well. So do you think it's too naive to say that whether it's Republican or Democrats, they will have a long-term impact in the way how US financial markets would move?
No, I think that's a very good point. And if you see, Nikunj, 3 out of the last 4 presidents inherited bad economies. So George Bush in 2000 walked into the dot-com crisis. Obama in 2008 had a bad economy after the global financial crisis. And then Biden in 2020 inherited the COVID economy. Trump was lucky that he got a very good hands-off from Obama in 2016. So 3 out of 4 had bad economies, but good markets. Second, as you have been saying repeatedly, I've been watching your commentary. What they say, the political rhetoric versus what happens when they are in power, there is a big difference, Nikunj. So some of that rhetoric will get watered down. Third, there is still a lot of water to flow. Jan 20th is when the White House inauguration will happen. Markets will run up in anticipation as they do so, but we'll get a chance. Now, how good, how bad will they be for the financial markets? It's the biggest economy. I hope they get their house in order. The US fiscal deficit, the US interest outgo at 23% of their revenues is a big issue for the globe. And it's a very inflationary issue that they are printing notes of 1.8, 1.9 trillion dollars of fiscal deficit every year. And that is only going to go up. Neither of the two is really got a program to cut that down. So you are earning $4 trillion, the federal government in the US, you are spending $6 trillion, which you are using the world to fund. And you are releasing notes into the system against those IOUs. It's very inflationary. It becomes very difficult. That I would say is the crux. Immigration, policies, tariffs, anti-China, all that will happen. We have seen that in the 80s with Ronald Reagan, when Japan was touted that in another 10 years, Japan will overtake the US economy, all those things. And then we had the Plaza Accords. Japan fell in line. China is not going to fall in line. It's a civilizational issue between the two systems. But we have seen the economic playbook earlier. And then Japan had 30 years of missed economic growth. So China is sitting there now challenging the US economic supremacy. We don't know how that will work out, but it will create some amount of mess. But overall, I would say is the US expenditure, the US debt levels are the biggest issues. They constrain the flows. And the dollar shouldn't be as strong as it is. Today, with the Trump trade, dollar has reached its July highs. With such an indebted country, which is going to add on $1 trillion, Nikunj, every 100 days, they're going to add $1 trillion to their debt. And the interest outgo is already $1 trillion plus. It's more than the defense expenditure. That's a marker for an economy which is not in the greatest of health. So those are the bigger issues. Immigration, all these will have an impact, but those are bigger issues. But Indian markets, we will be impacted by these global issues. We have to just wait for this to work out.
We appreciate your time. So nice to have you back. And red tie, just a coincidence. Just a coincidence, right?
I'll change it. I'll change it for the next segment.
And if everything goes to the court, then what will you wear? You can't wear blue, you can't wear red, then you'll have to come without a tie.
Yeah. I don't have a red coat, so unfortunately.
So nice to have you back, Ajay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.